Welcome to the Government News Brief for Friday, March 4, 2016. In the news, Georgetown Prison back to normal, Board of Inquiry members announced, investigations to commence soon. Youth Empowerment and Development the focus of COSHAD meeting, and Vector Control Unit distributing medicated mosquito nets to pregnant mothers. With these and other stories, I am Azim Khan. Thank you for staying with us. This is the Government News Brief. The situation at the Georgetown Prison is fast returning to normalcy. This follows a meeting between a delegation representing the prison population and Ministers Ramjatan and Harman. Here are the details.
Some level of order has been restored at the Camp Street prison. Early this morning, unrest erupted again within the prison. At about 10:15 hours, Vice President and Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan and Minister of State Joseph Harman met an 18-man delegation representing the prisoners. Following this meeting, the situation at the prison was quieted.
And I must say that they had quite a lot of grievances with the conditions of the prison, grievances with some of the officers of the prison, grievances to do with the lengthy detention periods that they are in, not having trials. Some of them feel that they have grievances against also certain magistrates and judges. And some of them have a different story as to what caused the entire incident to be so heightened to the extent that it caused deaths and so on.
Ramjatan assured that those matters that could be dealt with at the ministerial level would be addressed immediately. Other issues would be addressed by the three-person Board of Inquiry that has been mandated by President Granger. This includes looking into the fire that claimed the lives of 17 prisoners in Capital E building.
They agree that it is an unfortunate thing that so many people had to die, but I rather suspect that all of us are sorry about that situation.
Ramjatan described the meeting with the prisoners as useful. This was endorsed by Minister of State Joseph Harman. He noted that the delegation has given the assurance that they will speak with the other inmates to revert the situation to normal. Harman assured that the government would take whatever steps necessary to ensure prisoners live in humane conditions. For the Government News Brief, Beverly Alert.
This afternoon, Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan announced the members of the Commission of Inquiry and their mandate.
That Commission of Inquiry will also delve into even subsequent disturbances. The members comprising the Commission of Inquiry will include Chairman, former Justice James Patterson, Ms. Merle Mendonza, and Mr. Dale Erskine, and those names will comprise the three-member committee. The terms of reference will be to investigate, examine, and report on the causes, circumstances, and conditions that led to the disturbances on the morning of the 3rd of March that resulted in the death of 17 prisoners and any other subsequent disturbances at the Camp Street Prisons, Georgetown. Inquire into the nature of all injuries sustained by the prisoners during the disturbances on that morning and any other subsequent disturbances, and determine whether the conduct of the staff of the Ghana Prison Service who were on duty on the morning of that 3rd March 2016 and thereafter was in conformity with the standard operating procedures of the Ghana Prison Service.
That was Minister Ramjatan announcing the board members. The Bed and Breakfast program for Guyana's Jubilee festivity to be marketed through social media. Here are the details.
Social media will be utilized to further push the Bread and Breakfast program. A website is currently under construction to create awareness of this initiative, Donald Sinclair, Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, stated.
We are working with a web developer to fashion a site that would be specifically for bed and breakfast purposes, where persons can post photographs of their homes, which would enable persons interested to register, see the home, look at the prices and so on, and be able to register for that.
The Bread and Breakfast program will be advertised through social and traditional media. This program allows Guyanese to open their homes for visitors to stay, if hotels are filled to capacity.
In fact, the BNB is not only for when there is a crisis situation in the standard accommodation sector. Some visitors prefer the hominess of a bed and breakfast environment in preference to a hotel, for example.
This type of accommodation is aimed as a permanent system, which will be utilized in the future, giving visitors a choice of a BNB facility, hotel, or guest house. With this Government News Brief, I'm Shanazlo reporting.
Youths are important in sustaining the development of the Caribbean. More in this story.
Youths are valuable assets who must be given opportunities to openly participate in the sustainability of the society and its environment, says CARICOM Youth Ambassador Taryn Butcher at the 29th meeting of the Council for Human and Social Development, COSUD.
The survival and development of our young people is directly related to the survival and development and the sustainability of our region. We are 1 million strong. In the words of one of our facilitators from the Youth Forum on Crime and Violence, 1 million strong, it can't be wrong.
Taryn Butcher pointed out that social inequalities, poverty and marginalization are some of the trials youth face. This was acknowledged by Sean Edward, chairman of the 29th COSUD meeting and St. Lucia Minister of Sports and Youth Development, who said that youths will be equipped to create positive changes on a broad scale.
We cannot afford to lose so many of our youth and need to strategize to ensure that they can take advantage of the opportunities and choices that will empower them to contribute positively to their own development and that of our region.
Youth should not be used as courtesy in the decision-making process, but seen as genuine input for their creativeness. The 29th COSUD meeting was held under the theme, Leveraging CARICOM's Human and Cultural Assets for a Sustainable Development of the Community. With this Government News Brief, I am Namila Henry Rowe.
Merriman's Mall vendors have mixed views about the upgraded vending facilities.
City Hall has embarked on an ambitious plan to improve the vending facilities on Merriman's Mall between Cummings and East Street. We spoke to some of the vendors to find out what they really think of this new move.
Last week they went out and said next 2 weeks, and next week they come out and say they say soon. So like we see like thing going on over there, and them done barricade, 3 spots left for barricade more. So when I done barricade and don't run light on them thing. So when I done barricade, then we might know what going on when Wednesday come again.
Watch how much space this thing take up. When they go give me a spot like that now, when me go establish me goods, or when you put me goods on a showcase, me can't put me everything just like if you got sardine in tin. Everybody just there so they choke you up.
Right now we don't know what's the decision they got for us, because they told us that the stall at the building is for the vendors from Rob Street and from the arcade to come there to sell, and then another time they say that it's for the vendors who selling on the Merriman's Mall. So we don't know definitely it's for who.
Some say they can't fit, but there is no option. Whatever they give, we have to take.
We were supposed to go back since the 20th of January, and it's after early in March already, so I don't know what the timings will be. Every week they're saying give us a week, 2 weeks more, and that's it.
The time they're taking is bad, because we have been promised the 20th of January to return there. Today is the 2nd of March. I think they're going slow and we don't know the reason, but we would like them to come out and tell us what's taking them that long, because Durban Park take less than a month to finish, right? And we have been promised since the 20th to return there. So we would like to know what the reason why they're not finished it. Because every week we are told today, tomorrow, next week, and that's it. So we would like to know how long more we have to wait. And the comment about the stand is that the plyboard that they put up there, right, it's too high. The space of the stall is too small. That's the second thing, right? Then the height of the stall, right, isn't bad. But then they have to put something in front so that the sun wouldn't come in on us.
Deputy Mayor Patricia Chase Green, in an invited comment, told Gina that the council is in the process of completing the sanitary block and installing electricity. She said that they were asking for a little more patience for not having met the deadline, but they are trying to ensure that the vendors would have the necessary facilities.
The Vector Control Services Unit of the Ministry of Public Health is advising pregnant mothers to uplift their chemically treated mosquito nets as efforts continue to prevent Zika. In this story, we tell you how.
Pregnant women are being given chemically treated mosquito nets to protect them and their unborn babies from the Zika virus. Chief Vector Control Officer David Williams says public education as well as citizens' cooperation is needed to ensure the mosquito population is reduced.
We just keep telling people to keep the surrounding clean, we put mesh on the window, sleep on the netting, get rid of these containers, unused containers that you don't want and things. For a number of places is that some people feel that when we go out and we fall and we spray we laricide, is that immediate, it will be immediate eradication or immediate results will happen on the set time right away. It takes time.
Guyana has to date recorded 5 cases of the mosquito-borne Zika virus. Williams outlined the measures the Vector Control Unit employs to reduce the mosquito population.
One, we use the abate to kill the larva, the first stage of the mosquito. Then we have indoor residual spraying that we spray the walls, the structure in your home with pyrethroid to kill on the wall. That will stick on the wall, and when the adult mosquito land here, like a bite you and land here, get in contact with the chemical on the wall, it will kill the mosquito. Then we have fogging.
Zika is a mosquito-borne disease which is the alleged cause of babies being born with small heads. Sleeping under mosquito nets is one of the measures that the Public Health Ministry has been advocating to protect against mosquito bites. The Ministry of Public Health has been issuing flyers and advertising measures that residents need to take to prevent being bitten by mosquitoes. Apart from Zika, mosquitoes are responsible for spreading chikungunya, malaria, dengue, and yellow fever, among other illnesses. With this Government News Brief, I'm Shanazalo reporting.
We have come to the end of the Government News Brief for Friday, March 4, 2016. The Government News Brief, along with all other GINA programs, can be found on our website. We are also on Facebook and YouTube. On behalf of all of us here at GINA, thank you for watching.